Hello, and welcome to Bob's Vape Reviews here in beautiful Manila, Philippines. We're still getting over the volcano that blew up here. It's calmed down. I think it's a little bit calm before the storm. Today we got a good review. This is going to be more of a user's review. This mod came out a little while ago, and I feel that it's been overlooked. It needs another look at and a teardown. I haven't seen anyone do a breakdown of the mod at all. Of course, what you see is the MCM Underground Squonk. Now, this is a fully mechanical mod. You could use the 18650, the 2700, or the 21700, which is really a nice feature and option. Now, remember, this is fully mechanical, and all items in this review were bought by me for doing the review. Now, this is made out of naval brass. It's beautiful. I apologize. It should be a little bit better buffed out. I ordered a new felt wheel for my bench grinder, but it has not arrived yet, so I had to do this by hand. But it is made from naval brass, which has a high luster and very resistant to corrosion. You have an adjustable 510. You have a little rubber O-ring there, which I like, is a good idea. So when you mount your Addy on there, it doesn't get scratched up from the base, and it also makes a good seal. Has an arc-free switch, which MCM is known for. Underneath, you see you have your serial number, MCM mech mods. You have the skull, which MCM is known for. Another good thing I like to point out of how well this is machined. When you see one or more screws and they're lined up pretty damn close to each other, it has been machined really well. And these pins, these are the pins. These are made in the shop. These are not bought off the shelf. They make all of that material. And those are handmade. You can see the circles from being drilled out for the slot. Very well made mod, made in ultem. It also comes in Delrin, and it comes in stabilized wood. You could also get stabilized wood's going to cost you a little bit more. Beautiful cutout here for your finger. Feels really well, really nice in your hand. Fits beautifully well. Nice engraves here. The cutout for the cover. Really nice. Nice workmanship. Battery ventilation on both sides. Really nice. This just slides off. Just like so. You got your squonk bottle. We'll remove that. You can see inside are 4 magnets. Nice. And they're good, strong magnets. And there's magnets in the back of the cover too. This is a big piece of brass. Very well machined. You got the half a skull there, half skull here. This is really beautiful. Let's take some measurements first before we tear her down. Really quick, let me get my mics. Here we go. Width-wise, she comes in at 28. 28. Let's go with a measurement here of 51.8. And how tall is she? We'll go from the tallest point right about there. 84.5. Okay. She's not as big as you think when she takes the 21700, which is a big battery. But it works out really well on this unit. Gives you a lot of power. I've really been happy with this mod. I've had no issues with it firing, no issues at all with this mod at all. 221 grams, that's without the battery, so she is hefty. She has a little bit of weight behind her, and it's really a nice setup. When you mount your atomizer on here, I wanted to give you a little advice. Don't have the air holes going like that, okay? Because when you have a little bit of spit back out of the air hole, it'll get into this switch. and it'll muck up this switch. You'll get the juice going in there, and if you vaping juice with a lot of sugar in it, it'll cause issues. So this just simply unscrews like so. Now there's been other reviews online about taking this switch apart, so I'm not going to get into the teardown of the switch itself. But as you can see, you got a silver plated copper contact there, and you've got one at the top where the button is, and there's a spring in between. This is also floats. As you can see, it floats depending on the different batteries you use. This just unthreads here, and everything comes out for cleaning. Alright, now when you're cleaning, this is a mechanical mod, so you're going to have to do your cleaning once in a while. And a nice thing to invest, like I've told in other videos, is a brass brush. And the brass brush is really needed for these MCM mods. You could really clean the threads out like so really well. Same on the mod itself. Do some swirls and clean out them threads, like I was talking about having the air holes on your Addy. Have them going this way, not this front to back. Okay, because you will get some of that spit back out. If you're using a Mose 825 like I do, you'll have no issue of it coming out like that. But if you've got one where air holes are down here, coming out the sides, it's going to blow juice back into the switch, and you don't want to do that. Okay, this is really well made. Nice. There's the switch. Now, when you're taking these two pins out, please use the proper size screwdriver. Do not use odd size or too small. This is soft brass, and when you're using a hardened steel bit, you can muck it up really easily. So just take your time, get the right size bit in there, loosen them up like so, and take your time, you guys. There's no hurry, there's no fire, there's no reason to hurry and then you mess something up. Everything is well machined and comes out really, really easily. Brass pins, well machined, beautiful like I was talking about. The cover comes off. There's your ground or your positive, depending on which way you put your battery in. The place for your... I wish I had my bench grinder with the felt wheel so I could have really buffed this out really well, but doing it by hand is hard. When you're doing stuff like that by hand, I recommend a pair of rubber gloves so your fingers do not get all black and it's easier for cleanup. Let me take this cover off. Now you say, Bob, how do we get the rest apart? Well, there's no problem. You could use a bit driver for this one. This is the Allen head that's up here. You could use a different bit, of course, the Allen head bit, and take that one out. But then you have a problem with these two screws. Alright, you got two Allen heads way down in there, and if you're using one of the L-shaped Allen wrenches, it's not going to reach. So you need to get yourself one of these. Alright? This one's easy to take out. Comes out very easily. The machining is very well done on these. I've never had a problem with machining on any of my MCM mods. Pins come out real easily. Take your time. Go to the other one. Comes out real easily. Boom, boom, boom. There's your top piece. This is where all the business is. This is really nice. Very nicely machined, well machined part, as you can see. She is beautifully machined. Fine thread. Really nice. Here's the ultem body being made of ultem. It's a thermoplastic which is used in laboratories, in the medical field. Has high tolerance to heat and chemicals. The workmanship in the body is beautiful. I don't see any flaws. I see a little bit of juice. That's from me using it. Alright. Let me wipe that off real quick. Got adjustable 510 there. Nice. Comes apart very easily and goes back together very easily. Now remember, when you're using your batteries, make sure they have good wraps and make sure that it's a good battery. I'm impressed with the overall build quality of this. You've got underground engraved right there. Underground squonk is really nice. I like the design, how they carried out the design for the cover for the squonk, and then they brought it over here into the body also, which is really nice. Put it back together, it just goes in reverse. Everything sits in there really nice. Your two Allen head screws just go in like so. Use your extra long wrench. You don't have to go too far. You don't want to go over tighten them. You are screwing into brass, which is a nice thing, boy. I like it whenever you're screwing into metal. I really don't care for ones that are just using the plastic for the threading. Boss Mao, he always, whenever he does do screwing into the bodies, he always puts a brass collar in there so it protects it, which is really nice. Really good workmanship. Your two pins go in, just like so. Use the correct size bit to tighten them down. I like to tighten the one down a little bit, and then I like to go back and get the other one. Like so, then go back, tighten, like so. It's nice that these screws match up, boy. Really is. Let's try putting, I'm going to use the Mohs 2.5 so I can show you the no overhang. Bam. The 2.5 goes right to the edge, so you can't put a 26 on there. 25 mil is about the largest you can put in there. Your switch, well, let's put a battery in there. I normally, what I do is I put the positive down. I'm using an AWT. There are better batteries out there, but that for now, right now, here in the Philippines, it's hard to get hold of the really good 21700s. You want to keep going down until it tightens down. Just like so. Give it a little snug. Make sure the battery's in contact. Forgot to put the screw in the body here. The third one. It just tightens in very easily. Like so. Like I said, take your time, you guys. There's no hurry. That's when you screw up threads, break threads. Put my squonk bottle in, like so. It comes with a nice squishy squonk bottle. Not too soft, not too hard. You just got to give it a little bit of pressure and she squonks right up. I may have to adjust my firing pin on my mod. Adjust the addy. Hold on a second. Let me adjust the screw. Bring the screw up a little. And then try it again. Fires quickly. I love that MCM switch. Nice. This is a really nice mod. It goes for around $200. The Delrin mods, the black, the blue, and the red, they're a little bit less than 200. Stabilized wood is going to run you about 250, 275, right around there. Easiest way to contact Boss Mao is on MCM's Facebook page. You could contact them and they're very quick to reply, and they could send one out to you immediately. Now remember, we are in the Philippines, so shipping is costly. There is one American distributor, I believe, Pete Brody, Dragon's Den. You could contact him and see if he has any in stock. But I tell you, this is my favorite fully mechanical squonk. This is my number one. I'll give her an 8 out of 10. I give her an 8 out of 10. She is a little heavy with the one battery in there. You definitely don't want to carry this in your lower pocket of your cargo shorts. It will come back and hit your knee, and you will see Jesus, the 12 apostles, and Snoopy, and any of the other cartoon characters you used to watch as a kid. This will knock your knee out if you hit it just right, boy. It's happened to me a couple times. But other than that, this thing is one hell of a workhorse, and being able to go from 3 different battery sizes is really a great idea. MCM is always pushing the envelope, always push outside the box thinking. It's one reason why I love MCM, and I've never gotten a bad item from MCM. Everything, the atomizer is one of my favorite atomizers in the world. Great flavor, good cloud production, sexy looking unit, I must say. This is really a sharp looking unit. I think you'd be really happy and satisfied if you have the opportunity to pick one up. Remember, you can contact them on Facebook. Shout out to Boss Mao. Thank you, sir, for producing another high quality Filipino made mod. Home of the best mod makers in the world. Alright, you guys? I hope you enjoyed this short little clip. I hope you found it informative and helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. I'd like to shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much. And thank you for all the comments people have been leaving. You guys have been really nice. And I'd like to thank you. Thank you all. Salamat po. And on to the next review. You guys take care. And see ya.